What's going on, people? It's your man the YB back once again. Big shout out to my doggy Lightstar 449 for coming through and boosting up the coin. You best believe it, folks. Oh, stop. So we got some unfortunate news for you, man. Right now, Ben Shalong has threatened legal action against Frank Warren and Liam Cameron for putting it all over Ben Whittaker. Yeah, that's where this situation has escalated to. At the weekend or Friday or something like that, we did a video. Liam Cameron said, ultimately, the synopsis is, folks. Liam Cameron said, listen, bash. Frank Warren said, listen, bash. We're going to pay you, Ben Whittaker, 50% more to do this rematch on our show. Can you match that, Ben Shalong, or not? If you can't match it, that's what the situation is. You've sent an offer, call it $1,000, and we're offering $1,500 for the fight. Can you match it? If you can match it, we'll fight on Boxer. If you can't match it, we'll fight on Queensberry. Ben Shalom comes out, he can't answer it. He can't match it, he doesn't want to match it, and he don't want to fight, full stop. Hence, he sends out legal letters. Oh, he can't be speaking the truth. Oh, you can't say things that aren't true. What there? I don't know. Maybe it will come out that... But listen, Ben Shalong, he ain't got no credit with me at this point in time. There's been too many flappers. Adam Azim and Dalton Smith. I ain't even followed that story, but I've heard about it. It's fugazi. Too many times now, Ben Shalong, he's not looking right for me. Fabio Wardley and Fraser Clark, that is a situation I did follow. That was fugazi. Pulling him out, not doing this, not doing that. It's always a consistent theme here. There's always issues with things. And it's surprising, really, in the age of Turkey. Just make the money, man. If someone's got more money, why would you not want it for your fighter? Anyway, let's get to the update from Frank Warren. Here we go. Here's the bars from Uncle Frank.
Queensberry's public statement on Thursday in October was in response to Ben Shalom going public on this and discussing it, because we hadn't done it up to then. Shalom issued in his comment, read Queensberry in legal letters. It's quite ironic, really, considering that the letter that these were after he sent letters before action to us. I mean, I don't get where he was at with that. And it was on the same day that Liam got his letters claiming defamation. As of today, right now, no fight's been made. Queensberry can't be sued for promoter to promoter negotiations. I never heard anything like that. A fighter can't be sued for wanting to fight. And if Boxer want to go legal, then get on with it. That's up to them. You can't be sued for talking about a fight. You just can't be sued for that. And I don't get where he's at with it, all this legal stuff, and why the fight has to be on a Shalom show. The two fighters are there, they go for who pays the highest purses. Really simple. If he pays the highest purses, he gets it. At the moment, he's not offering more money than we've offered to our fighter. And we've offered really good money to... and we made a really good offer to Ben. So that's where we are.
Anyway, you can watch the rest yourself. Essentially, and this is important for later on, Adam Catterall and this Spencer Cat, them were on point on this particular show. Said the right bars. It's not Adam, to be fair. Adam's alright, but this Spencer dude, 2-2. Spencer now ends up on a Simon Sheldon show. So let me backtrack a minute. On this initial show, when this first came out yesterday, where are we? I'm lost in that. Oh, it's too many tabs, folks. On this initial show, they both said Frank Warren's bang on, the highest bidder should get it. 2-2. A few hours later, Spencer's in front of Simon Sheldon. And we know Simon Sheldon's just steady sucking Ben Shalong off for whatever reason. And he's like, yeah, no, you're right, Simon. Yeah, no, Ben Shalong should get the fight no matter what. And even Simon calls him out and says, you weren't saying that yesterday. And he's like, well, you didn't let me finish. Like, what's wrong with these guys, man? It's really embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. Yeah, Simon Jordan's embarrassing. Because the bottom line is Simon's talking about, well, I think Ben Shalom needs to stand up for himself. And if you make an offer and they don't accept it, then, I mean, Simon, who's offering more money, man? Yeah? No, I've never heard someone complain because someone's offering more money before. And the minute, if you're trying to justify a problem with someone offering more money, that tells me you're a paid shill. Yeah? You're paid by Shalong, which is what? Allegedly some of them man do. They love controlling the media. Ooh, sir. Yeah? That's what it is. The shekel play. Control the media. Oh, yeah, no, Ben's right. Ben's right for that. Yeah, no, Ben should file a legal suit because a fighter wants a fight and a fighter wants to make the most money for the fight. Yeah, no, definitely. Well done, Simon Sheldon. Funny looking ass dude. Here we go. Here's the bars from Simon.
And behind that and offers him more.
Yeah.
And somehow
Right there.
now got a little bit further. I think sometimes he's flaky, but listen to it. Together, Frank and Eddie didn't speak for 15 years. Now they're relationship counsellors. But this situation with Liam Cameron and Ben Whittaker, listening to Ben Shalom, and I think Ben needs to get a bit of balls about him and push back a little bit further. I think sometimes he's flaky, but listen to it. You've got Liam Cameron, who's getting a rematch against Ben Whittaker. And the reasons why people are interested in Liam Cameron now is because of Ben Whittaker and what Ben Whittaker didn't deliver in that fight and what people's expectations of him are. So he's now created an opportunity, fair play to him, to get some money and to get some proper dough out of this. Because prior to that, there wasn't a great deal of interest in Liam Cameron. You've now got Ben Whittaker, who's a Sky fighter, being promoted by Ben Shalom. That's engineered an offer that he rejected, from what I understand.
Yeah.
That then came back and said, this is what I want. Mm-hmm. So Shalom offers him that. And then Frank Warren comes in behind that and offers him more.
Yeah.
And somehow Ben Shalom is being painted into a corner where he's got to match another promoter that can't deliver the fight because Ben Whittaker's not his.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean he can't deliver the fight? This is the era of cross-promotional fights. Look at the 5v5. Yeah, they couldn't do a fight. Oh, Frank Warren, Simon Sheldon saying Frank Warren could never send an offer to Ben Whittaker because he doesn't have Ben Whittaker on his roster. How ridiculous. Most fights that take place are cross-promotional. A promoter rarely has every single fighter. So inevitably you work together. And you go, that's how purse bids exist. Purse bids don't get shut down by saying, well, my promoter's Eddie Hearn and your promoter's Frank Warren, so we can just never fight. It goes to the highest bidder. I believe that's what should be the case for all fights, to be honest. If you can't agree, it goes to purse bid. I know the difference is that it has to be, if it's a sanctioned like IBF fight or whatever, they have purse bids to get it done. But that should be the doctrine for making fights. Who's going to put the most money up? No legal shenanigans. No talk sport shilling. Just spark who's got the most money, man. Yeah? Simple as that. That's how it used to be. I don't understand what's difficult here. Well, Ben needs to stand up for himself. What has standing up for himself got to do with he ain't put the most money up, Simon Jordan? And Simon Jordan's normally the guy. People, you best believe. Yeah? If it was the other way and Ben Shalong put the most money up, Simon Sheldon would be sitting there saying, this is ridiculous. It's a travesty. He's offered more money. What's wrong with Frank Warren? And I'd agree with him. I would agree. I don't give up about Frank Warren like that. But this don't make no sense.
And also, it reminds me a little bit of Josh Boazzi versus Adley Yard, and we'll touch on that in a second.
Yeah.
Do you not think that Ben Shalom's getting done up a little bit here by the fact that A, he isn't strong enough, doesn't put people in their place, which I think he should do, and B, that people are playing a bit hard and fast with him because if Ben can deliver Ben Whittaker and he wants him on Sky, and Liam Cameron has asked for a price, and Shalom gives him the price, and Cameron takes it across to another promoter and says, can you give me more than that?
Yeah.
Shouldn't Shalom have been saying, I'll give you this dough. The only reason you're getting this dough is because you're fighting Ben Whittaker. If you don't take this dough, which is what you asked for, you don't get Ben Whittaker, and he goes and fights somebody else, and that's the end of you.
As simple as that. Basically, when Ben Shalom matched the offer that they were asking for, he should have had it in writing. There it is. That's the one.
So the beef is essentially, apparently, Ben Shalom made an offer. Liam Cameron said, give me, let's say the offer was 800 grand, for example. Liam Cameron says, no, give me $1 million. Shalong said, okay, here's $1 million. At which point, Frank Warren then said, actually, I'll give you 1.5. Yeah? I mean, whatever, man. Who gives a fuck? Let's all make more money together. That's the crux of this. Yeah? When it's all said and done, you can make 50% more with Frank Warren or 33% less with Ben Shalong. Is it the right way to do it? I think probably not. I think probably they have. It's irrelevant, completely irrelevant, to be honest. Frank Warren, once he got the 800 grand offer, he should have just come in and said, hey, I'll pay 1.5. That would have been probably a bit better than, I mean, what's an email? Yeah? Going from, well, I don't know. Liam Cameron did say, I'll take $1 million. He got offered 800. He said he'd take $1 million, and then he's reneged and said, actually, my promoter will do better. It's not ideal. Yeah? They should have got the initial offer and then said, actually, my promoter will pay 1.5. When you ask for someone and you get it, that's not... But again, ultimately, man, when it's all said and done, yeah, someone's offered more money. Is it necessarily the way it should really go? Not really, but we're splitting hairs here. It's really irrelevant. Do you both want to make 50% more than you would have, or not?
Sign the papers, we have the fight, because we want it on our platform. We're giving you the opportunity to go back in there, because you don't have to go back into the immediate rematch. Of course, yeah, we're talking about damage limitations here.
Oh, he doesn't have to. All of a sudden now, this very guy who was sitting there before on the other one with Adam, Adam Cat, yeah? This same guy was saying, yeah, it's ridiculous, it's a travesty. Now he's sitting there sucking... Yeah, what's going on here? Yeah, he should just take the money. Oh, Ben don't need to fight him. That narrative. Where you think that narrative came from? Oh, yeah, we can go move on with our career. Well, that's convenient for you. Wow, who saw that coming, people? Who saw that? Who saw Ben Whittaker ducking? And he been silent. He ain't got nizzle to say. Ben Whittaker ain't got no bars to tell us, man. He's silent, so he liked what's going on. He likes being protected. This was the play from the start, in my opinion. I've never heard of something so ridiculous in my life. People complaining for being offered more money. Said no one ever.
Ben Whittaker
hold on a second. That's wonderful you've had an epiphany, but that's not quite what you and Adam Cattrall said on Fight Night. And I'm not defending...
No.
Let me finish the point.
Yeah.
I'm not defending Ben Shalom.
You never let me finish what I was saying.
I haven't finished the accusation, right? Because I heard you and Adam talk about it. And I'm not defending Ben because people think I think I've got an allegiance to Ben. I've given him some advice in the past. Everyone knows where my relationship starts and begins and ends with him. Right? But the point is this,
Someone, you're definitely sucking Ben off, man. And I'm not excusing that corny Spencer dude. He definitely... Listen, you're sucking Ben off and Spencer's sucking you off. Because when Spencer was on this one, yeah, he was outraged like everyone else was. How ridiculous. Take the most money. I think this guy's a shapeshifter, Spencer. Because Adam's 99% of the time on point. So Adam put the bars out there and Spencer's like, nodding dog. Now Simon Jordan's giving the other argument. He's just nodding his head. It's real cringe, man. These old-ass dudes as well. 50-year-old dude with no backbone. Oh, Jesus. It's over for us, man, for sure.
That if he's done a deal with Cameron, and Cameron changed it, right? But you lot are now blaming, basically saying, you and Adam are basically saying that Frank has got the moral high ground, the fighters should get what they want, and the public demands what it wants. But by the way, this is the same public that couldn't get Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn to make a fight for years and years and years. Yeah.
Frank Warren's, Simon Jordan's always bringing up this, yes, we know Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren have had problems in the past and it wasn't ideal in the past. Why does he keep bringing... That's all he's got to go on. Whenever Ben Shalong does something wrong, Simon Shildon comes out, well, Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren did 15. It's not the point. Wrong's wrong. Yeah, Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren were wrong then, and Ben Shalong's wrong now. Yeah, this whataboutism schisms is no good. Wrong is wrong. Don't matter if you're doing it. Don't matter if a Shekel's doing it. Don't matter if a Sandy Cat's doing it. Don't matter if a light-skinned Donny doing it. Don't matter if a Yardie doing it. Don't matter if a night-skinned Donny doing it. Wrong is wrong, people. It's wrong today. It's wrong tomorrow. It's wrong the next day.
All of a sudden, the only reason we're getting fights made is because the other fellas come along, Turkey Al Sheikh. So you guys were blaming it solely on Shalom. Isn't this Frank Warren being a little bit clever?
Talking about
the fact he's got a bit more dough than Ben Shalom, and the fighter being a little bit clever.
Listen, wasn't blaming anyone at all. What I'm saying is Ben Shalom said they said this is the money that we want. Ben Shalom then matched the offer that they said. He should have got it in writing. That was flaky from him that he didn't get it in writing, because what Liam Cameron's done now is gone to Frank Warren. Frank Warren, in his own right, can say, well, we'll give you more money because we want it on our platform. So now you've caused this problem where...
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's bad organisational abilities in us from Liam Cameron. So it's almost like Liam Cameron and his goofy manager was trying to organise it on their own. They brought Frank in at the start. Hey, Frank, how much are you willing to pay for this fight? The minute that offer came in from Ben Shalong, if I was a manager, I'd be saying, hey, Frank, I'll be one of... Whatever you say about Frank Warren, yeah, he's got enough experience in this game, and he's on your side. It's never bad to get a third opinion from someone who's got the clout in the game and the experience in the game. If I get an offer from my fighter, yeah, 800 grand, I'm saying to Frank, what do you think about this? He might say, take it. He might say, I can do better. He might say nothing. You don't just run out there, yeah, well, give us $1 million. Actually, it's Frank. A lot of these managers, yeah, they just talk themselves into the game. They ain't got a clue what they're doing. They got no fiscal ability. They're like, he must be right to get an offer and say, no, give us $1 million, and then going out asking Frank after you've put your demands out there. It's shoddy. It's bad business. That said, when it's all said and done, Frank has offered more. So if Ben Shalong really cared about his fighter, and not about whatever corny operation he's running. He'd say, listen, and I do rate Eddie Hearn for this. Eddie Hearn said it before. Eddie Hearn likes fighters, or has fighters, and he says, listen, I can't match that offer. If they offer you a better offer, go get your bread. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be so tribal. So I do rate Eddie for that. Frank Warren in the past, not so much. If you try and fight, no. So you can argue maybe it's come back around, come full circle. Karma's come and lick down Frank Warren, but Frank Warren was wrong then, and Ben Shalong's wrong now.
Ben should have got it signed, sealed, and delivered there, because of course Warren's going to want to trump him on that because they want to fight on their platform. Yeah. I totally understand Ben saying, no, we're Sky. It's Ben Whittaker's giving him the opportunity to go back there because he wouldn't be getting that money. Totally understand that. So I think the problem lies with Ben Shalom not getting it signed, sealed, and delivered.
How is this for a fighter, Josh? You know, during the summer, I know that you were very keen on the Anthony Yard fight. And the Willie Hutchinson fight was made to meet certain expectations, to meet certain contractual obligations. I was part of the discussions that were happening between George and Ben. You may or may not know that, but you do now. And the argument was that Ben was trying to get Yard for you. And there was a dispute between Yard and Frank Warren. And Frank Warren was telling Ben Shalom. But how frustrating for you? I understand what you're trying to do.
Both. Yeah, your promoter has to do his job and get you the fight. But I think as fighters, sometimes we have to take things into our hands. And a bit like the Yard situation, you're right. After I boxed Aziz, I was meant to box Yard. Then all these legal things came out. So I rang him and I said, look, while you handle that, I'm going to fight Hutchinson because at the end of the day, it's my career and I need to get on with what I'm doing. So in the interim, I boxed Hutchinson. So with
keep your powder dry on Yard. We'll talk about him later on the show.
So with all of this going on, I think yes, the boxer needs to take things into their hands. What Cameron has done, I don't think is necessarily wrong to say, look, this is the offer I've been given. Can you match it? Can you not? I don't think that's a bad thing.
It doesn't go on forever, though, does it? It doesn't turn into a Dutch auction. If someone makes you an offer and then they say, well, no, I don't want that, I want this, and you go, well, I'll do that then. They don't get to take it off somewhere else and keep on because you go on forever.
No, Simon, you wouldn't go on forever. That's ridiculous. Simon's implying, oh, well, if we then listen to Frank's offer, we'll go on forever. That is a bidding process. You want to do business, right? And if one man will pay your fighter more, let him do it. Business, money, coins, shekels. Yeah, that's what normally the precedent is. Who's paying the most money? It's not how. Oh, it'll go on forever. How would it go on forever? You could literally, if on WhatsApp, you could bang this out in 5 minutes, right? I offer this, you offer that. Can you match it? No. Yeah, actually, I'll do this, and it goes. It'll take 5 minutes. That'll go on forever, and it's clearly it didn't take that long. It took 2 exchanges. Yeah, it was one offer of 800 grand, then $1 million, and then Frank Warren's coming 1.5 million. It was like 3 offers. That's not all day, people. Not all day at all.
Liam Cameron is essentially taking a gamble because he's going, let's say Ben Shalom's offered him X, Y, Z, the money that he wanted. He's then gone to Frank Warren and said, look, Frank, can we do better than this? Because no contracts are signed. So you understand it from both sides.
I get it. It's interesting about legal stuff because the irony of, I think Frank Warren was giving a lecture to Ben Shalom about legal stuff. And if you're going to do something legal, just get on with it and don't do it. In the same Frank Warren, it said he was going to sue everybody over the gloves with Fraser Clark and Fabio Wardley. Don't see any writs there.
No, you're bugging. That was Ben Shalong. Ben Shalong was the one who said, Fabio Wardley's got the Moody fly gloves on. Oops. That was him. Now, Warren is known to be litigious, to be fair, but that was your man, Ben Shalong, again, talking about the gloves, and we're going to look into legal things. So you got your wires crossed there, Simon.
Anyway, these lessons must be really valuable for people. Ben Whittaker, he will be in your rearview mirror. I mean, you're looking at your career, and you're looking about your... Do you think, in that fight, that Ben Whittaker saw all of it?
Simon, I think only he knows.
You're a fighter. You've got an inkling.
Only he knows. Okay, so
that's a yes.
My thoughts on that is, look, if it's tough, you have to thug it out. That's all I can say. You have to back down and just fight. Close your eyes, swing it out, whatever you have to do. But deep down, only he knows. I'm not sure what happened. I'll be honest with you. I'm a spectator that's watching it, but
bro actually knows what happened, man. Yeah, he told you what happened there. When it all go. Listen. When it all goes left, you have a choice. And when it all goes left, you have a choice to swing it out. One leg. We've seen people do it before. It's not unprecedented. Yeah, didn't even have one leg either. He was nothing wrong with him. He could have definitely got up. He was goosed. He was listen, was he knackered? He was knackered. But come on, man. This is the game. This is the pro ranks.
Only he will actually know.
Listen, the big problem that we've got is that Ben Whittaker, when he fell out of the ring, said that he damaged his ankle, he done all that. And we got Ben Shalom saying, no, it was his neck and it was his back. And the stories are still not matching up now. That's the big problem we've got. So people are obviously going to make judgment on people saying, listen, I think he swallowed it. He didn't want to go back into the fight. The fight weren't going his way. It was turning Liam Cameron's way. You understand it. That's why you have to right the wrongs of that situation.
That's the question, is it? If you were in Ben Whittaker's shoes, and this situation had manifested itself, and people are making these observations, would your mindset be, irrespective of whether I like it or not, I've got to get back in the ring and deal with this fella
Instantly,
now?
Simon.
Yeah.
Instantly, you have to do that and write it. But then, do you know what? In the same breath, as much as you have to do it, in the same breath, you have to sit down and ask yourself, what's the best move for you? That's the first thing I always tell people to do. Think about yourself, what's best for you. If it is the rematch because of the stake you're getting from the public, go into that. If you've got a better offer somewhere else, go into that. But
there's no better offer for Ben Whittaker right now. The narrative's there, and it's a British level fight, right? It's not like Ross. It's not like Ben Whittaker's 10 or 15 fights in, rolled the dice against Beterbiev, and he's jacked, and people are saying, "Go on and get back in there again." If you can't finish your dinner at British level, step down to doing what? Step down for what? You either got it or you ain't. I believe. I really do believe that. Lyndon Arthur did a better job than you. Yeah. And we know his level. He's solid British level. Yeah? That's what it is.
To clear things out, I think, is a rematch.
Have you started him?
Ben?
Yeah.
Many rounds.
So tell me.
Extremely talented.
What do you think of him?
Extremely talented. One of the most talented light heavies out there, but we've seen that professional boxing isn't 3 rounds. It's 12 rounds, and there's different parts of that 12 rounds. You know, the gloves are smaller, it's more physical. But I think
that's what, but again, Boaz is putting Whittaker on game. This is their pro. It's completely different, man. You can be good in sparring. You can be good in, you know what I mean? You can be good in amateurs. It's a completely different game. And that's what I've been betting on recently. Look at Dave Allen versus Johnny Fisher. These amateur dudes, and their trainers pump them up. Yeah, their trainers put them in there with people like Alan the Cabbage Babbage. Look at Dillian White. He'd be flying out the Cabbage Babbage. Yeah, good heavy bags. Get in there, take loads of shots, and boost my ego up. When you get in there with Purple Aki, Ebenezer Tete, you shit out of luck. Yeah, that's what happens with these guys for sure. It's all ego pumping and massaging. Pump their ego up. Naz was the same towards the end of his career. They didn't want no real work. They wanted to get pumped up. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one. People stop it.